Hey guys, Michael here from pinups.eu. Okay, so I'm starting this new thing and I'm trying to go over some sketches. I've been getting a lot of questions for me to do some coloring and stuff. And there was this one guy, Robert. Hey Robert, thanks for your sketches, man. These look great. Robert asked me if I could go over his sketches and show me something, um, yeah, to improve his sketches. I know I'm not a know-it-all, but yeah, I'm an artist and I've been a character designer for 18 plus years, and yeah. So again, I'm not a know-it-all, but if you find it useful or you just pick up one thing, it'll be great, right? So here goes, Robert again. Great sketches. Um, Let me make your layer a bit more transparent. And no, let me cut something out of it. First of all, let me pick this one. Nice head. Cut, new layer, paste. Okay, so I got this guy. I'll rotate him a bit. Okay, so first thing I see straight off the bat is that his nose is looking good. You gotta remember one thing, I see it a lot when people draw, is when they draw a face. I learned this at school one time. I've been an animator and I've done the animation mentor course. It's been very pricey, but it's been worth all the money, and you learn a lot about composition and all kind of stuff. But there was this one teacher, and he was from Blue Sky Studios, and he was my mentor, and he told me that a face with an eye and an eye, nose and smile. Yes. Whoa, bad face. Anyway, so you got this face, and he told me that there are muscles in your face, you know. So when I see people um, draw a face like this, with one eye open and one eye a bit closed, and they draw the smile way up to here. In real life, this isn't possible because it has to go here, the smile. There's a muscle structure in your face that when a smile goes up here, this eye gets squashed. So remember that when doing sketches. Okay, well, that's just a quickie. Okay, over your sketching. I will go over your sketch and see what I can do. So, eye looks great. Another eye, I'll draw it more here. Nose. Like for the nostril, you know, it's kind of big, so when drawing this big of a nostril, remember he has one on the other side too, you know. Okay, so I'm not gonna draw that. Just doing my own sketch. I will be making his nose a bit more standing out. Just going over it, you know. I'll just do what I think could be making it better. Chin. Nostril could be drawn. Not as big as a nostril, I would say. And then you got this cheek. How do we call it? Wrinkle? I don't know. I always draw these little shapes in the corner of the eye, you know. And you're making him look this way. So another thing I learned in school is that you have to point the viewer where to look. You know, there's some kind of direction. So also with the mouth, it's going this way. The nose, it's like a little arrow. Yeah, so when I draw the eyes, with a little shiner in it, always works. And I draw the eyebrow. Usually I will make this go around the corner of the face. It gives it straight away that bit of three-dimensional look. So yeah, like I said, draw some invisible direction lines. So let's say there's going this line here. Yeah. So yours is actually pretty good. But I would make it go a bit lower. Just draw it in. And also, well, the eyes are a bit round now. I'll draw the smile a bit more up with this one up, and then I'll draw just what I talked about in a minute ago, is the muscle structure in the face. You know, when the mouth goes up on one side of the face, then the eye will get some kind of squash. You can even make it go more. You know, there's this muscle structure which, so this eye is open and this smile is lower. Yeah. Of course you can draw some sockets. I don't know how to call it, but as you all can hear, my English is very, very bad. Little bottom lip. I see that the chin could be wider. And I'll draw the rest of the face. Also, you don't have to draw this corner of the jaw. It's not necessary. I usually draw this line here, and I'll go down from the neck from the ear. Bit of shading. Yeah, I will draw the head into a point just to give it that bit more extra character. You're always on the lookout or looking for some features that will stand out. And sure, a lot of people have round heads, round faces. But for now I'd like to make it a bit more pointy. Yeah? Again, I'm not a know-it-all. I'm just showing what I would do when going over such a sketch. Excuse me. So one other thing is that in the human face, you have the eyes and you have the mouth. You see that a lot on tutorials on YouTube. So with the human face, in 99%, well, make it less, in 80% of all people, the ears are usually between the line of the mouth and the line of the eye. So your ear is pretty high. I'll make it high also, with also that bit of a point, but I'll make it go lower. Little structure of the ear. Okay, so that'll be my sketch. I can do some sockets. And one socket here. So let me see what I got just now. Also I draw a line of a shirt with again some kind of a point. So yeah, that's it basically. That's your head, and when comparing it, I'll delete this. Just placing your sketch besides mine, and we see that we have a bit of a difference. And again, your sketch was great, but you know, you gotta see this. Not that you're doing wrong, but just a minute. Like for instance here, the eyes aren't aren't placed right, you know? This one has got to go lower. Then also the nose will come here. Okay, yeah. So that's one sketch. Let me get another one real quick. Let me look at the fish. I like this fish, but also I can see something that I would change because of my background and because of I learned it all in school. And again, Robert, great sketches, you know, just going over them. Make another layer. Round shape, that's good. Another round shape. Now what I also learned is that C shapes embody in characters. are working great. S shapes are the ones that work great but not as good as the C shape. So remember that a C shape in a character is the best way to display it. You know, you gotta see like this. This is pretty hard to make a character this way, but you can also see it like this. You know, so what I mean is when I draw a character, yeah, and it's standing like this. Little feet. The thing about this character is that it has no, it's not alive. But when I draw, let's make it red, another layer. When I draw a line like this over it, yeah, you get this kind of C shape. So when following that line, you get a character a lot of more, I don't know, he comes alive, you know. He also has this direction he's pointing in. So if you want to make him look somewhere, so yeah, the shoulders, hand in the side. Okay, that's a bit quick, but you get my, you know what I mean. Okay, so that's a bit static, this one, and this one has come alive. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that C shapes work, and they work great. So when I saw your fish, I immediately saw this shape, and it was a C, yes, but it was also an S. So by going over it, you know what I mean? Just by rounding it out a bit more, you get this great shape. Well, I think. And we can make him go whoop. Also, when looking at the eyebrow now, I see that my fish is going to be looking angry a bit when I draw it like this. So I will draw it like this. Yep. Maybe a bit more pointy towards the mouth. And also I see that you have your fin on the side, and it's in his body. I wouldn't do that. I would always draw fins. Well, not always, but like this. And on the other side, like that. So yeah, it's working. Usually Disney, the way Disney draws is with some cheekbones, and they always draw this fluffy kind of cheek, you know, so they make it go up over the eye, and when drawing the mouth they usually go over the mouth like this. When I draw a mouth I usually go like that. Make the cheek go up, and I draw this kind of shape. They usually tend to draw these fluffy little cheeks, which work great, by the way. Back fin, yeah. I don't know, just drawing something. To give it a bit more character also. So again, I have not studied this, I'm just going over it. And if you want me to go over your sketches, just send in your sketches, send them to info@pinups.eu, and when time is on my side I will surely go over yours. Yeah. So we have your sketch and my sketch. Not that I'm a know-it-all, but you asked me, Robert. So I'm just going over them. And yeah, here it is. Just doing some final tweaks on the face. I like this shape you got here. Yeah, gives it a nice character. Oh, I now see what it is. These are his side fins, right? Just wondering what this is then. But these are his side fins. You drew them. So you did great, yeah. Okay. Just drawing in some scales. Another tiny little back fin. Yeah. And that's it. Okay, also Disney, I'll make another layer and I'll color in the parts between the eyes and the eyebrows, you know, just to give it that more depth. That's also what Disney does. well, Disney. I don't mean Disney, but people working at Disney. Disney started it once, and it gives that 3D look. Makes his eye pop out more. Okay. So yeah, I will go over the lion in a minute, and I will do some coloring also. Okay. I gotta stop this video for now, and I'll be back in a minute. You know what? I will be making the lion sketch and go over it and do some coloring in another video, because this has been a long one, and yeah, so please be patient. I'll upload this video and I will make the lion video excuse me, with some coloring and shading in about 3 hours or so. Okay, so cheers for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Robert, great sketches. Keep them coming. Bye bye.